Hello students, today we are going to see standing waves which is produced in a pipe closed at one end. Standing waves, or another name for standing wave is stationary wave. Stationary waves produced in a pipe closed at one end. So this is the heading of the derivation. We are going to see standing waves. When standing waves or stationary wave are produced in the pipe closed at one end, what will happen? We will begin with standing waves are produced in a pipe closed at one end due to superposition of, there are two waves, superposition of direct waves and the waves reflected from the closed end. The air at the end, what is happening, of a closed pipe, the layer in contact with the closed end cannot move freely as the closed end acts like a rigid wall. Therefore, a node is formed at the closed end. So why node is formed at the closed end? Because at the closed end, the layer of air which is in contact with it, it is not free to move. It is not at all moving, and hence as a result there a node is formed. We will draw the diagram, then it will be more clear. Here we are considering same pipe of length L, and as I already told you, the layer in contact with the close end, this is the close end, and here always we will get node, because the layer in contact with this closed end is not free to move. As it is not free to move, it will act as a rigid, and so here you will get node, and at the open end, always remember student, you will get antinodes. You will get antinodes at the open end and node at the fixed end. So this is the case 1, this is the case 2, and this is the case 3. Case 1 is the simplest case of a pipe having one antinode and one node. So first we will write with the simplest first case. The simplest case is that of a pipe having an antinode at the open end. Here see, This is the antinode, and a node at the closed end as shown in figure A. Figure A. If small l is the length of the pipe, so this is small l, length of the pipe, then L is equal to lambda 1 by 4, where lambda 1 is the wave GTH length. So how this lambda 1 is coming, let us see. For that we need to consider the entire wave once again. So this is entire wave. When a wave starts at A and ends at B, then this entire is equal to lambda. But for this case we are getting only half. Half means up to this. So this is lambda by 4, this is lambda by 4, again this is lambda by 4, and this is lambda by 4, means we are only considering for this is equal to lambda by 4, hence this is equal to length L, therefore L is equal to lambda 1 by 4, because for the first case we are considering denoting it by lambda 1. So lambda 1 by 4 is the length, where lambda 1 is the wavelength. But we know that velocity v is equal to eta times lambda, where v is velocity, eta is frequency, and lambda is the wave length of the wave. Therefore, from this equation 1, eta is equal to v upon 4 times L, or v upon lambda, we will write v upon lambda 1, which is equal to v upon 4 times L. But we know that velocity v is equal to under root t by m, where t is tension and m is mass per unit length. We can substitute 2, this is 3 in 2, substituting 3 in 2, eta is equal to 1 upon 4L under root t by m. This is equation number 4, and this note is called the fundamental. Very important. This is fundamental. Now for the second case, we will consider the second figure 2. This is the next possible mode of vibration. This is the fundamental mode for the first. If another mode will happen, then it will be like this. So the next possible mode of vibration is shown in the figure B, and here the length of the pipe contain, here how many nodes are there? It contain 2 nodes. This is 1 and this is 2, and 2 antinodes. So we can write the Next possible mode of vibration is shown in figure B as I described you. Here the length of the pipe contains two nodes and two antinodes. So the length of the pipe corresponds to 3 by 4 lambda 2. Here we will consider the wavelength is denoted by lambda 2, where lambda 2 is the new wavelength. How this 3 by 4 lambda 2 is coming? Let us see. From here to here it is lambda by 2, and from here to here it is lambda by 4. As I already told you, one full entire means this is equal to lambda. So individual it is lambda by 4, this is lambda by 4, lambda by 4, and this is lambda by 4. When you add this lambda by 4 plus lambda by 4 plus lambda by 4 plus lambda by 4, you will get lambda. So here the case is this is equal to lambda by 4. From here to here it is lambda by 4. From here to here it is lambda by 4, which means this is equal to 3 lambda by 4. Here we consider wavelength is equal to lambda 2. So we represented it by 3 lambda 2 by 4 is the length. So length is equal, there is no need to explain everything in the exam. So you just know how this is coming. So length is equal to 3 by 4 lambda 2, or this can be written as lambda 2 is equal to 4L upon 3. Therefore frequency eta 1 is equal to V upon lambda 2 is equal to V upon lambda 2. 4L upon 3, which is equal to 3V upon 4L, or we know that 3 upon 4L under root T by M. Since V is equal to under root T by M, velocity is under root of tension upon mass per unit length. This is equation number 5. We can write eta 1 is equal to 3 1 upon 4L under root T by M. This entire thing is equal to 3 times eta. Equation number 6. Similarly, now we will consider the same pipe of length small l. The third case can be like this. You will get 1, 2, 3 nodes and 1, 2, 3 antinodes. The next mode of vibration is represented in figure C. Here the pipe contains 3 nodes and 3 antinodes, and so the length of the pipe corresponds to, so how it is coming? It is like this. 1, 2, 3 notes and 3 antinodes. This is equal to lambda by 4, lambda by 4, lambda by 4, lambda by 4, and this is also lambda by 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 means 5 lambda by 4 correspond to 5 lambda. Here we will consider lambda 3 is the wavelength, where lambda 3 is the new wave length. Therefore, L is equal to 5 by 4 lambda 3, or this can be written as lambda 3 is equal to 4L upon 5. Therefore, frequency eta 2 is equal to V upon lambda 3, which implies eta 2 is equal to 5V upon 4L, which is nothing but 5 upon 4L under root T by M, where T is tension and M is mass per unit length. Therefore, eta 2 is equal to 5 times eta. Means this note is 5 times the fundamental note, where eta is the fundamental note. This note corresponds to 5 times the frequency of the fundamental note. Hence, in this manner, we will get the odd harmonics. If you notice, we are getting only the odd harmonics along with the fundamental. Thus, the pipe closed at one end, we get the various odd harmonics. Very important, students. This is giving only the odd harmonics along with the fundamental, and the frequencies are eta, then we got 3 eta, then we got 5 eta, and if you proceed in the similar manner, then you will get 7 eta, and so on. And the frequency of first overtone, now I am speaking about first overtone, is 3 times eta, and frequency of second overtone is 5 times eta, and so on. Thank you.